So let's talk about the culture shocks in the Netherlands. Now, I'm sure you probably already heard of things like biking culture, the weather, and how the Dutch plan things inside their agendas. But I want to talk about the things that I see as culture shocks in the Netherlands. Stick around and find out more. Now, I'm also trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you just do me a little quick favor, click that red button down below. The first thing that's actually a bit of a culture shock would have to be like how walkable the cities are. Now, where I had lived, I was inside of Alabama, inside of upstate New York, and I always loved walking. But you notice that nobody is outside, partly because there's not really much around you. Everything you have to do, you needed a car in order to get there. But then when you come here, the cities are super close by, and the second you see that sun hit the sky, you're gonna see a flood of people all over the city. And this one is definitely one of them shocks where it's like, yeah, I'm actually really glad we got that. That makes total sense. A friend of mine that does YouTube that's similar to the ones I do, I actually made a deeper video talking about this. And I was just like, yeah, that's a great point. Like how walkable the cities are is something that is completely underrated. Now, when I mean like these cities are walkable, yes, I do mean like, you know, the city is close by, it's pretty dense, but I'm also talking like it is so walk friendly. There's parts inside some cities where a car can't even get into. And since we're on the subject, this is actually gonna lead me to my next point, which was gonna be the driving. Oh my goodness. Like I was speaking before about how there's some spots where you just cannot drive into, but there are also places where you can drive. You driving with bikes on the street, you have to get used to driving with bikes as if they're vehicles too. That's like one thing that really shocked me was having to drive with bikes like the bikes are vehicles. But having to drive alongside the bikes isn't the only shocking thing with driving the car inside the Netherlands. You also got the different rules to driving inside the Netherlands. One thing that shocked me was the having the right of way. Man, that still trips me up. Like we're used to, you know, the person going straight has right of way. But no. Around here, it's different. The right has right of way. There's so many things with like driving and owning the car, all that stuff. And I can go on and on about it. Like there is no right on red. You actually have an arrow that tells you when you can go right. Like I was talking in my last video that you guys should watch, by the way, about the license plates, how that entire system is completely different. Like the license plates is to the car inside of the Netherlands, but in America, the license plate is registered to you. Oh, there is one thing as well that completely shocked me was the home gardening culture. The amount of care that the Dutch people have inside their home garden is just, it blows me out the water every time that I see it. You have people with ponds in their front yard. How much people care about growing their own horticulture or their plants, their veggies. And it's actually one of the things that motivated me to provide pots and vases. Like just seeing that we all have this kind of shared culture, it would be amazing to add to that home space. So I will not only be offering a 10% discount code off of all my products. For the next 50 orders, if you live in the Netherlands and you use the code subscriber10, I will be personally delivering your products right to your doorstep. The next thing that was a big giant culture shock would be having to pay to use the public bathroom. At the first glance, you might think like, what the heck? You gotta pay to use the bathroom? But it actually makes a lot of sense when you actually start thinking about it. You go to the public bathroom inside of America, what do you get? You get unclean bathrooms, very half-assed work, and if you're lucky, maybe you'll get a little seat cover. But when you have to actually pay to use the public bathrooms, they use that money to actually clean the bathrooms as well. So you're not actually just paying to use the bathroom, you're also getting paid for a clean public bathroom. You're not gonna find stalls where you could see on the inside or see people's feet and their pants hanging down. You're not gonna find none of that because the stalls here actually have full doors. They are their entire rooms. So it's better to pay for the clean bathroom instead of walking into a dirty bathroom and you scared to stand up and use the toilet without getting some type of infection. And now the next thing that was a giant culture shock for me was how sociable the neighbors are. In my opinion, you would see this a lot more if you're more conversational in Dutch. Like people would just talk to you more and you talk back. I noticed people want to hold a conversation a lot more when you speak Dutch than you do if you were to just talk in English. But yeah, it's super conversational. Everybody's very social, and if they can help you out, they really try to help you out. Or if you need to borrow some stuff, or if you just want to have company and invite somebody over, it's completely normal to do. But of course, you're gonna have your bad apples. Not everybody's gonna be good neighbors. Like me and the neighbors that I had inside the US, I didn't know them. There wasn't even no wave to say hi when you see them across the street. But here, I know so many of my neighbors just from me being outside and kicking a conversation with them. You don't realize how beneficial it is to have sociable neighbors and friendly neighbors until you actually have them. It is such a great trait to have with a society that's getting more and more individualistic. It's like so built into the culture. Like you have the option from postal services to choose to get your packages dropped off at your neighbor's house. What? Another one would have to be the tipping culture. And I know, hold on. I know if you watch videos like mine, this is something that you've heard before, the tipping culture. Yeah, I know. So I promise I'll make it quick, okay? So the tipping culture, it just isn't one here. You don't tip, but the tipping culture is so ingrained in the side of the American culture. It's like when you get here and you actually, sit down, you sit at the restaurant and you're expecting to give a tip and then you don't even see the option on your receipt. It's very refreshing, but I just want to talk about that one briefly, so I'll just go ahead and go on to the next thing. And that next thing would have to be the dog tax. Really? You have to pay taxes just for the pure fact of owning a dog. Lucky for me, there are some cities that decided to not have dog tax in them, but it still is a prevalent thing. Let's say I lived inside of Amsterdam. I believe that's one of the municipalities that do have dog tax. Yeah, either way, dog tax is a thing. Threw me for a loop. Figured you might want to know that as well. But after that one, that is going to actually cap off this video. If you liked it, please make sure you like the video. Now, I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you really like the video and you want to help us reach the goal, please make sure you subscribe to the channel or share the video so that your friends and family could also subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any more culture shocks, write those down in the comment section. And while you're there, let me know some different video ideas that you guys would like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.